So we're on to chapter 2, and we're dealing with sculpture. Now, when we deal with sculpture, we're looking at their composition, and of course, sculpture is three-dimensional art. Again, I'm simplifying. There's some sculptures that are very two-dimensional. You can have paintings that are three-dimensional, but basically, this is three-dimensional art. And there's a basic difference here, which is instead of having an X and a Y axis, we now add a Z axis. So this is an actual form that usually you can touch, that you can feel. It's not the illusion of depth. It has depth. It is not the illusion of space. It actually takes up space. Now, there's one other complication when it comes to sculpture, and it's the reason why artists tend to look at sculpture as a higher form of art than drawing and painting. And that is engineering. You see, when you're dealing with a painting, I don't have to worry about the weight of the paint. I don't have to worry about how much or how I lay out a form in terms of how the weight will get to the ground. In sculpture, I do. I have to make sure that these rocks are properly attached so that this whole piece doesn't come tumbling down the first time it gets bumped or jostled. And there's a complication here, which is the human form. The human form is poorly designed in terms of sculpture. Now, first of all, keep in mind, humans are generally flexible. Our joints move, and even our bones have a certain amount of flexibility. That's why you don't break a bone every time you hit something. And we are top heavy. Most of our weight is in our upper body. This is a significant problem for sculptors, especially in ancient times. Because think about how often you have sprained an ankle, twisted an ankle, or broken an ankle. That is exactly the same weak point we see in sculpture. And of course, the difference is sculptures are frequently made of stone, bronze, or clay, all of which are brittle in different ways. So stone is a lot heavier than the human form. So, for example, in marble, this upper body down to the ankles might weigh in excess of 4,000 to 6,000 pounds easily. On the other hand, the human form, this is rarely over, say, 200 pounds. So that's a big difference. And all that stress with marble is going through the same size joint as it is for the human. So this is where we run into a problem. Sculptors have to worry about how to get this weight up here down into the ground. And if they can't do so successfully and have a good understanding of their materials, then their sculpture will collapse and it will be deemed a failure.